I'm getting ready for the day. Today, Bruno is going for his surgery. Yay! I have been anxiously waiting for this for a while now, but regardless, it's surgery, so I'm nervous for him. I think it's just... it's nerve-wracking because, no, he's still a little baby. I worry about him, right? So, this is my hair after extensions. I'm just putting on some lotion. But this is my hair after it ended up being, I look back in my planner, it ended up being only a month that I had extensions, literally a full month. My hair grew like wildfire. So it was like the best thing that I ever did for my hair. It grew like wildfire. So would I do it again? Absolutely. And I actually kept my extensions so that I can have them installed. I kept most of them. I think I ended up throwing away about a pack worth. But let's get Bruno Butt over to the vet for his surgery. We are in the truck. Truck is warming and we're getting ready to go. Hey Bruno, going for a ride? Yeah, so I was saying it's kind of nerve-wracking because, you don't want to see your animal in surgery. It's just not a nice thing, and there's risks that are associated with it. And so I'm a little nervous. I mean, I shouldn't be, because it is just a standard neuter, right? But yeah, it's just the risks that are associated with it. So anyway, let's not talk about it. Let's just enjoy Bruno, buddy. He's so cute. What a cute little boy. Hi. Look at that baby. Aren't you beautiful? Look at those eyebrows on him. Oh gosh, he's so stinking cute. All right. Ready for car ride? Let's go. So Bruno is dropped off. It's so nerve-wracking. I had to sign paperwork for his anesthesia and all that jazz. And one of the questions on the paperwork, I mean, Mike and I had talked about, like, this is, like, surgery's risk, right? There's always a risk with surgery. And especially being that he's such a little guy and he's so young too. But there was a question on there that just kind of threw me, and I was just so shocked. And I had to actually take a couple of minutes to kind of center myself and to make a decision on that. And it was like, what do we want the vet to do if, Bruno decides to up and leave us? And do we want them to do CPR? Like, just closed resuscitation. So they're not going to open his chest. Apparently there was a option on that paperwork for like an open chest resuscitation at one point, and they've since taken it off because most people won't take that. I'm pulling into a drive-thru because I need my Timmies. Most people would never even consider like an open chest resuscitation. Hang on a minute, okay? Okay, I got my tea. That was quick and easy actually this morning, considering, yeah, I'm in a small town, but Tim Hortons drive-thru is usually pretty busy in the morning. Anyway, so open resuscitation, that's where I was. Most people would not even consider like an open resuscitation for their animals. It's just, it's too much and all of that. So she said that she's taken that right off the option, and that's okay, because I wouldn't have chosen that anyway. The other option is closed resuscitation, which just means, you know, administering some drugs to get the heart beating again, help with breathing, so oxygen and basic CPR. And then the other option is do not resuscitate. And it was so strange because Mike and I talked about, like, the risk of the surgery is that he's so young, and you know, the doctor is making an exception for him right now. So we did talk about that risk, but I mean, I don't have a choice in this matter. It has to be done as soon as we can do it. And there's still a chance that the doctor might call me and say, he cannot have this done today. We're going to have to rebook. But we did weigh him, and he is now well over 7 pounds. And he's 7.2 pounds, I should say, 7 pounds, 2 ounces. So he's well over that 6 pound requirement that they have, that most veterinarians do require, over the 6 pound mark. And he has also reached maturity. And I know this because we did already have to pull him off his sister. So luckily, at this point in their lives, it's normally, that action is normally for dominance. It's not for, it's not to reproduce. And Athena can't get pregnant yet anyway. She hasn't had her first heat. So she can't get pregnant yet anyway. So even if the vet calls me and says, we cannot do this today, we've got to wait a little while longer, it's still okay. I don't have to worry too much. Pregnancy isn't the concern. So that would be good news. But providing everything else, you know, the surgery goes through, I'm just praying that God holds Bruno in his hands and keeps him safe today. That's what I'm praying for. I'm nervous. I hope he's okay. But please just pray. By the time you see this, it'll be done and over with. You'll know what's going on. But I'm stuck at a train now, and it's kind of loud. So, okay. So it is a couple of days later, but I wanted to finish the video on Bruno Bum. So after everything that we went through, the vet called me an hour later, and literally like an hour after I dropped him off, the vet called me and said, we can't do the surgery today. It's not going to work. Bruno's not ready for this. So as an update, we have a new appointment scheduled for May the 20th. So it's fine, and I did have to pay like half of an exam fee for that day anyway. That's the update. Bruno did not get his surgery. He is great, in great spirits. He's at home. He's just a wild child. Case in point, right there, wild child. So yeah, May 20th will be his big day, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember if in the clip on the drive home I said his weight or not, but he weighs 7 pounds 2 ounces now. So he's a pretty big little tank. So that's the update on Bruno. But So thanks for being here. Thanks for letting me get out all the feels about Bruno and his surgery, and keep posted on what happens on May the 20th. See if he gets his surgery that day.